Okay, so welcome to the manicure tutorial video. Today we're going to manicure our clients' nails with a painted finish. We're going to polish with red, and we'll also demo on the other hand with a French polish. So first of all, the first thing I've done is washed my hands. I've been and done that already, and then I've sat down. So I'm now going to start sanitizing the client's hands and my tools. So if you could just put your hands flat for me and then over the other way. And whilst I'm there, I'm going to re-sanitize my own hands. Just rub those together. I also sanitize my tools in front of the client, just because it's good for them to see standards of hygiene. Then I am going to move along to removing any existing polish. So if the client has had gel polish on prior, which I think this client has had today, I'm going to have to file it off, but I will show you how you would remove polish. So a couple of pumps of the pump dispenser, and then hold the pad on and a nice clean wipe to remove any existing polish. I always start with my little finger and work inwards, just so that by the time I get back to the first finger, the last one I did, the first one's dry. And then everything goes straight into a disposable waste bin. So you've not got contaminated waste on your desk while you're working. So holding your client's hand in yours, you can pop that one out of the way for me and relax. I'm going to take her hand, and I'm just going to take these last little bits of gel polish off for her. Ideally, you would want to soak this in acetone to remove them. But in this instance, she's come in today and there's just the odd little bit left on. This is a 240 grit file. 240 grit file is used on a natural nail. You could use a 180 grit file. 100 grit file you would only ever use on a toe. So 240 grit file. And I'm just going to get these last little pieces off here. Very gently. What I don't want to do is damage the nail plate. So I'm just giving them just a little tidy up, just to get these last little bits. Perfect, okay. So now I can shape. Shaping is always done by filing side to centre. We never seesaw file because we don't want to split the fibres of the natural nail. So I'm going to side to centre, and I'm just going to follow her natural nail line. A couple of them are a little bit shorter, so I'm going to just shape them in and bring them so that they look aesthetically pleasing, so that they look nice. You could ask your client now what shape they wanted. Some people would like square, some round, some natural, and you can give the client within reason. Obviously you've got to manage their expectations. If they haven't got very long nails, they're not going to get them long and square, but you can file them to suit their personal preference. Just relax your hand. What you'll find is when you take your client's hand in there, yours, they'll always tense up, so it's good to just remind them, just relax your hand so that you can work easily, with ease, and so that they're not in too much discomfort. There we go, side to centre, side to centre, side to centre, side to centre. And you will notice, that's a lovely long one there. I'm not going to take it down too much because it's pretty. And you will notice that you'll have some filing dust and some filing shards. So I always bevel my nails just to get rid of any last little bits of unpleasantness, because that will affect your polish finish. So you just want to bevel the ends away, just make sure there's nothing sticky, or you can see them there. Any little filing shards. Okay, so now I've filed, I've beveled, I'm now going to buff the nails. So buffing is done to remove any debris from the nail bed. It's an exfoliation. A buffing paste is an exfoliating paste, and it also can help with ridges in nails. When we use a product, we never ever cross-contaminate. So I'm going to put my cotton bud in with enough product for the whole hand, and then I'm going to replace the lid straight away so we don't ever expose our products whilst we're using them. So apply the buffing paste to each nail. I'm going to keep this because I'm going to use the other end. So I'm just going to pop it down before I pop it in the bin. And with a buffing block or a banana buffer, just literally give them a little gentle buff. Let the product work into the nail bed. It's going to degrease as well, so it's going to remove any oil that's there, natural oil. Quite often you'll find if your client doesn't use nail polish base coat underneath their polish, their nail beds will be stained, and buffing can quite often remove staining from the nail bed as well. So now that I've file beveled and buffed this first hand, I'm then going to apply my cuticle remover. I like to pop my product into a small dish while I'm working. So I'm decant it, and then I'm going to use a cotton bud to apply the cuticle remover to the cuticles. Don't overuse your product into your little dappen dish, because obviously once you've used cotton bud in it, you can't then use it again. So I'm going to keep that for her other hand. And then if you want to pop that one into soak for me, and then I'm going to repeat the same process on the other hand. Tidy up and get these little bits of gel off again. There's 1 to 30 layers of keratinized nail on your nail plate, so you don't want to be damaging them by over filing it. So I'm just giving it a gentle light buff. Okay, so I'm going to shape them for her again, side to centre. Never seesawing. And bevel at the same time while I'm there. Lovely. I'm going to go back to my pot. I'm going to use the opposite end of the cotton bud. Put the lid back on my product. And then this cotton bud can go straight into my waste bin. Buff gently as well, so it's not too abrasive. Cuticle remover to the second hand. And that can go in the bin as well. You want to pop that one into soak for me? Thank you. So, now I can ask my client to remove her first fat hand from the cuticle soak bowl, from the cuticle massage soak bowl, and relax her hands. So these cuticles will all be nice and soft so that I can now do the cuticle work. So I hold a cotton pad in my hand whilst I'm doing my cuticle work, so I've got somewhere to put the debris. I'm going to wipe straight into my cotton pad. And then I'm going to use my cuticle tool just to gently push her cuticles back while they're nice and soft. Not too far. You don't want to be giving anyone baggy cuticles. I use my little finger as a pivot point to give me balance. And I use this same technique when I'm polishing, which we'll show you in a bit. And then my tool will go back into my jar of barbicide with my other tools whilst I'm working on the hand. I'm going to take my cuticle nippers. Now, cuticle nippers have an arm in, which you can push out to give you a nipping effect. I'm going to take my client's hand and I'm going to place my cuticle nipper on the edge of the cuticle and trim. I make the trim before I release the cuticle so that I'm not pulling or tugging at any cuticle. If it pulls and tugs, then you know you've not got your cuticle nipper in the right place, or you might risk cutting someone. So place it flat, make the cut, then remove it. all the way round. Making sure you've not missed any bits. My client's cuticles are good, which makes it nice and easy for me today to demo. A little wipe off. Perfect. They're going to go straight back into my barbicide and the pad's going to go straight into the bin. Then I'm going to apply a little bit of cuticle massage cream. Again, with a cotton bud, take enough for each finger. On one hand, reseal your pot. And rub the cuticle massage cream into the cuticles that I've just treated. Perfect. I'm going to repeat on the other hand, and then I'm going to come back and show you the next stage of the manicure. Cuticle nippers again. Other end of the cotton bud, making sure I'm not cross-contaminating any products. And cuticle massage cream to every nail. And that concludes the preparation of your nails and your cuticle work.